Okay.
Alrighty, guys, we are here. We are the top 4 of the San Antonio System Open. My name is Dion Morales. I am the host of the Gold Squadron podcast, all the way from Chicago. And today I am joined by the sponsor for this round, Andrew Knuckles, the president and CEO of Curl Paw Creatives.
How's it going, guys?
And my partner in crime this weekend, Peter Fu.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Dion. Our primary goal today is to take a more journalistic approach for the broadcast of premier X-Wing events. At the front of the house, you'll see numerous updates to our UI, consistency in our format, and dedicated support members for ensuring that what you see on screen is reflective of the game state. This also means that we'll be respecting the fourth wall and not being directly involved in the issues related to judging. The only exception to this policy will be if the marshal requests footage for instant replay purposes. And speaking of which, Dion, can you tell us a little bit about today's marshals and floor team?
Our marshal today is Brent Wong, and our floor judges are Bobby Vowles, Mark Sebo, and Gene Hogel. And I would like to say again that our top 4 game is sponsored by Curl Paw Creatives. Curl Paw is the leader in third-party acrylic tokens and templates. Whether you order their designs or commission your own, you'll be sure that they will look great on the table and function as well. Go to curlpawcreatives.com to visit their shop. So let's. We saw Nami in the last round. He's flying 2 gunboats and
3 gunboats.
Excuse me, 3 gunboats. 1, 2, 3 gunboats and Quickdraw. I mean, it's a list that hits hard. You got Harpoon missiles and long-range scanners on each, so he'll be able to select the target pretty early. And Andrew, I'm going to let you talk about Joel's list, as he is one of your squad mates.
Heck yeah. All right, so Joel Killingsworth, he comes out of Birmingham, Alabama with me, and he is also a big proponent of Palp aces, if you can't see. He's pretty much been running this list for the past couple months, and I'm tired of seeing it on the board. Also, he's one of the hosts of the Birmingham Barons podcast, along with me and Stephen Ford. And hopefully this is going to be one heck of a game. Nami and Joel played each other yesterday, in the final round of
Swiss, yeah.
Of Swiss. So this should be a pretty good grudge match going into the top 4. And it's going to be really exciting.
And thank you so much, Ashton Wolf, for subscribing to Twitch Prime. We get these notifications on our Twitch chat log, and it's because people like you that Dion's able to do things like this. So thank you so much. And along with these things, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Steve Cameron and his team at Cascade Games LLC, the providers, the people who are allowed us to be the exclusive providers this weekend's X-Wing coverage at PAX South System Open, at the PAX South System Open, excuse me. Cascade Games is running a 5 to 10% discount on all items today. So if you have friends, tell them to stop by the Cascade Games booth, ask them to get you some things from Magic, X-Wing, L5R, whatever you want, they have it here. And since you're a GSP listener, they'll give you that 5 to 10% discount.
Alrighty, guys, I'm going to be moving a couple of things around here just so that we can see the board better. This round is still sponsored by Curl Paw Creatives.
Big acrylic.
Big acrylic, yeah. So yesterday, in the final round of Swiss, with this matchup against Nami and Joel, Nami did a really good job at getting guns, all 3 Harpoon missiles, onto Quickdraw on the first round of combat. And unfortunately, the dice didn't really go his way, but he basically split up his formation, brought 2 into the inside and 1 on the outside, and had a really good opening. So hopefully he can pull this off again. Obviously, I'm kind of rooting for Joel here. I'm a little biased, but I think it's going to be a really good game regardless.
It's all right, Andrew. You can be biased for Joel, and I will be biased for Nami, the Asian sensation with the Dalmatian Lee. Nami is a great friend, great part of the community, and I am so excited to see, because I've been listening to the Howards talk about the supremacy of Palp aces, even in this meta, and I just want to see in person how this plays out. Like Joel's obviously a very talented player to make it this far, and through this totally nonsensical meta.
Well, it's such an open book right now. It's really hard to prepare for everything. which I kind of like. I like shakeups like that, but you know, you run into the challenge of trying to figure out what to fly.
And a couple of other things here. I know somebody had asked, what about the dice camera? Unfortunately, TSA, the wonderful TSA, broke one of the pieces of equipment that are vital to doing the dice camera.
Can we be the first to say thanks, Trump?
This is not the place to do that. Not the place to do that. So we have a broken piece of equipment, so that's why we don't have the dice camera up. We should have it up and running for the Glendale System Open that's happening in 2 weeks. So we should have that up, and we'll have the dice camera back. It'll be beautiful.
And speaking of System Opens, a official new System Open is opening up on the weekend of February 17th. Run by Cascade Games, who, by the way, are running all the Grand Kotais and Galactic Qualifiers, as well as the System Opens going here on forward for FFG. This newest SOS is going to be at Portland, Oregon. So we look forward to seeing all of you there, and hopefully having some great attendance like we have today, which is hovering around 80 people.
The clock has just been started. Dials are down. We've seen Joel do this same opening when he played earlier, and I think this is like his standard opening. He probably has a couple of different plans that he comes out from here.
He can keep the shuttle where it needs to be for a couple turns if he felt like it. It gives Quickdraw a good amount of time to kind of flank around.
You know, this does bring joy to my heart because it guarantees at least one Imperial will be in the final.
Yep, and
yes.
We were notified earlier. We were told just right in the top 8 we had 0 scum.
No scum in the top 8. Kind of right now with scum, they're in a really awkward spot. They don't really have much to do with jump masters anymore, and it's kind of just whatever you feel like bringing.
I mean, the problem is Time Walker Asajj gets crushed by Nim Miranda.
Yep.
And Fen gets crushed by the hilarity that is Harpoons.
Yeah.
So we're stuck in this hard place for scum. Some would say arguably they deserve to be there after the
they had a lot of
that is
dominance. Yes.
They've had so much meta dominance for the past, I'll say, 2 years, that I think it's okay that they're not in the top 8.
Yep, and I do want to talk about real quick Nami's opening. I have reviewed Nami's video from his regional.
His region.
The region. I think he took second. Yeah. I don't know. Did he win that one?
No.
Or he came close.
I think he came close. Yeah.
He came close. This is his same opening here. It's a fan formation. So what he's doing is he's creating a huge arc, one giant arc, and says, "I know that I can get one of your ships an arc. Yep. I don't care who it is, but it's going to happen." He takes the target lock on Quickdraw, who's the biggest threat that he has out there, and if he can catch her with one of these, he's fine with it. He'll cycle it out.
Yep.
Go in for blocks with the one that shot the Harpoon missiles. That's exactly what he did in that video. So I expect him to use that same strategy here.
And you get a ton of coverage. And we'll put up the overlay once Joel moves the shuttle out, just so he's not hiding under logos and things.
Yeah, stop hiding.
But Joel is flying Palp Aces for our watchers curious at home. The Imperial shouldn't be dabbled with. They should be fully committed to. And I fully recommend that the ZTB-32 goes all in on Palp Aces. Obey the Empire.
So we will have a Empire versus Rebel final, which
guaranteed.
Is cool.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed because we have Rebel on Rebel and Empire and Empire.
So these are just training exercises.
This is correct.
Much.
Who will take on the Rebel scum? That's what's happening right now.
And you guys can't see it because it's off camera, but our Mexican delegation already has the Mexican flag ready for AC to wave for his next match.
That's right.
I don't know him, so I don't want to take a picture. But AC has his earbuds in, and this looks like the World Series of Poker. He's blocking all of the noise out, literally and meta-literally.
Yep.
Figuratively? Not meta-literally. Yeah.
In a way.
In a way.
From a certain point of view.
So AC is blocking everything out.
GSP template on table. Sorry, I got excited.
And who did make those GSP templates, Dio?
They were made and designed by Curl Paw Creatives. I said, hey, Andrew, I have this idea. Here are some shapes that I like from Star Wars. Let's do those. Let's make a thing. And he's like, boom. And there we go.
It took a little bit more thought than that.
It did. I mean, that's a simplified version.
And listen, you don't have to be in the know or in any kind of Illuminati chat to reach out to Andrew.
No,
you could just go to curledpaulcreatives.com. That's curled like the Paul, creatives.com. And you reach out to Andrew. His email's on there, right there. Or it redirects you to Etsy. You can actually buy anything you want, from X-Wing to L5R to everything in between, carried by FFG. Or you can have him custom make something like a lot of us have been doing lately.
So let's see what we're looking at here. We have a Nami just definitely spreading everything out, and looking like he's obviously going to try and catch Quickdraw in some kind of hopefully 2 harpoon or 3 harpoon situation, just to take him off the board or get all of his shields down as early as he can, so his Quickdraw can do work a lot easier.
I'm taking care of some back-end stuff, so I'm going to be quiet for a minute.
I'm a little curious at Joel's placement. Instead of doing the inchworm with the shuttle behind the Inquisitor, forcing Nami to commit before he commits, Joel's coming in on his side. I personally think most people are used to being dragged through the rocks these days.
Yeah.
And dragging Nami, of all people, through the rocks isn't going to really do much.
No, it's not really going to do anything, because he can just slam away just as easy. And the other thing is, too, is with Palp bases, you really need to get the shuttle in there, especially with Yor, because you don't want him to. You want to take all the stress away, so you can K-turn and sloop as much as you need to, or push with Inquisitor in this case, and you really need to get some good shots in with the shuttle before it will inevitably go down.
And here we see all of the long-range scanners, target locks on that Quickdraw.
Yep.
That is a bouquet of death.
Yeah. You got to be really hopeful here that Nami doesn't get at least, I'll probably say, 2 harpoons onto Quickdraw this turn.
So if I was Joel, I don't know. I don't know who I would target. I think I would target who Nami gives me, and I wouldn't try to go reach out for something. I think the turn or for this next turn here with Inquisitor, he's going to probably do a right hard turn out and swing around to try and get behind and start plinking away at Quickdraw.
So let's take a moment and let's do our predictions of the game. Give us a number 1 if you think Joel Killingsworth has the edge in this game, and give us a number 2 if you think Nami Lee is going to take it home. Which Imperial list will win the scrimmage and face off against the Rebels?
And our listeners have been 80% correct. That's 4 out of the 5 correct on their call so far. So judge carefully, judge wisely, because either you're great guesses or you're actually controlling fates here.
So here we go.
Little did you know.
We have some totally unbiased guessing here by the BHAM's podcast Twitch page.
I know Steven is probably rooting pretty hard for Joel over there. So Nami here, I think you probably just one bank, or maybe even just one straight to try and catch a wide arc if Quickdraw tries to be coy and run away to the left.
It's really hard.
It's moving fast.
I don't think there's any way that the number 3 is going to get a shot on Quickdraw this turn, but probably 1 and 2 are going to have a pretty good chance of catching him. Yep,
I'm sure Inquisitor. I mean, I don't know Joel's playstyle too much.
He likes to keep Inquiz as far away from the combat as possible.
Right, so I could see him trying to snipe number 3, because he's going to...
Yeah.
Nami, I think, probably wants to 2-turn in this turn, but Inquisitor can do a little 1 bank, barrel roll, and just start blinking away at the damage. There's a 2-turn.
Yeah, so number 3 is probably definitely not going to get a shot off this turn.
Oh, my goodness. We're at 13 in favor of Joel, 14 in favor of Nami.
Ooh, really close.
I mean, and that's how I feel about this game too.
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
The opening engagement obviously is going to determine a lot of how the rest of the game goes. But even if Quickdraw really takes a lot of damage, Inquisitor can handle just about anything with Palp backing him up.
So I have one more thing I want to clean up. I'll be right back.
Wonderful. And Andrew, while Dion's taking a quick second to clean up some of the background UI, can you tell me a little bit about your process for creating the templates, how you ensure the accuracy and that they fit with the games?
You know, it's especially for templates and stuff like bombs and asteroid or obstacles. You know, you have to go through probably about 3 or 4 revisions of cutting, measuring, recutting, measuring again. Luckily, the laser kind of does most of the work for me. But I definitely have like 3 pairs of calipers at home. They're always ready to go, and a lot of my mantra of whenever I make tokens and templates and stuff like that. 1, I want them to look good on the table, but then 2, I really want them to reduce clutter and make it easier to play the game. Like I have the notches in the templates for the 1s and 2s, so you can mark ships really easily with them. And our target locks are a lot smaller than the official FFG ones. But you know, for the most part, I get lucky enough that the laser pretty much does all the work. It's kind of my robot slave at this point.
Yeah, that's incredible that you're able to put that much time into dedication, and it really shows that this is now your full-time job supporting the community, and it really shows the quality of craftsmanship and work that you've put into everything.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dion, for that.
No problem. I went and I was just verifying which gunboat is which. So now we have it lined up where we have 1, 2, 3. From left to right, we can actually see Nami's cards. That's boat number 1, 2, and 3 of his as well. So
okay, easy.
We have a nice, easy thing. We can see most of Joel's card. Yours a little covered up, but we'll be fine. We'll survive.
So I'm really curious to see what Quickdraw did here for Joel.
So the information for the Portland System Open will be.
I apologize.
Will be put up by Cascade. They're going to be getting registration up, and we'll make sure to share that once we get that information.
Yeah. Sorry, Ashton Wolf. I thought you wrote Poland System Open, and I gave Dion a confused look because I don't know any Polish, and I don't know anyone from Poland. But the Portland System Open is going to be on the weekend. It's confirmed for the weekend of February 17th, that weekend. And Cascade Games hopes to publish their official link this upcoming Monday. The reason it's not up right now is because Cascade Games just got the formal okay by the convention and FFG.
So looking at Nami's positioning here, he's going to have at least 1 Harpoon on Quickdraw this turn. If he wants to take it. So he'll have excuse me, Joel is going to have a total of 4 dice. Or
he'll have 4,
right? Because he'll have 3 because of the obstruction, and plus
then you
1.
get to add 1 for lightweight frame.
Person asking, yes, I will be taking sponsorships for the Glendale System Open. You can feel free to go to our Facebook page, leave us a message there. I will start doing that for.
And yeah, Kyle from Salt Squadron. Yes, you can be a sponsor again.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm reaching out to the sponsors of this one after today. I just wanted to get past today after all the craziness. I had a full night's sleep. It was great.
Yeah, all the flight shenanigans on Friday.
Yep.
So we're so glad that you could actually make it here. So we could have a good stream and really good coverage of the San Antonio System Open.
Yep. So they're parallel here. So Inquisitor has a shot there, range 1 because of his ability. If you're not familiar with that pilot, I can actually show you it. Boom. Oh, no, wrong pilot. Had the wrong one selected. I was trying to do something cool, and I failed. We'll watch the
Inquisitor
dice
on
first.
number 2.
Yep, he's going to see if he can get him to spend the focus token.
Yep.
That's what it is.
And it looks like hit 2 crits, maybe? Nope.
He's going to spend that lock. Got another focus. He's debating whether or not to spend it.
Looks just like a hit crit.
Got an evade.
1 shield.
1 shield on number 2.
So it didn't look like Quickdraw had a shot. So that probably means that number 1 does not have a shot either. As Nami with number 2, do you actually shoot at Quickdraw this turn when he's range 3 through a rock? Well, range doesn't matter, but through a rock.
Right, because he'll palp.
Yeah, I
Joel
mean, he'll
will
palp, but your expected damage is very low. Yor looks like he's shooting at number 1.
Yep. He's spending it. 2 evades. Safe. I love how they're like presenting the dice.
Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Nami. So it looks like
Oh.
So we got 2 hits coming from range 3 on the shuttle.
it looks like 5 dice into Inquisitor.
From number 3.
Yeah.
Or from number 1. Plenty.
The chances of you actually doing damage to the Inquisitor this turn are basically 0.0.1.
Right.
Because the tap is a terrible chassis, but a wonderful pilot skills.
Yep.
Valen Rooter on anything else would make my day.
So it looks like number 1 shooting into the Palp shuttle.
Yep.
And
Gets it
safe.
away. And here's the decision that Nami has to make
I don't think you shoot the Harpoon here.
He just grabbed 4
I
dice.
think he's going for it.
Here we go. This is number 1. Number 2 into Quickdraw.
Yep, there it is.
Spends a lot.
Rolling, and 4 hits.
2
maybe
hits, 2 crits. The crits won't matter in the long run. We got 3
1
plus
and
frame.
then 4 for the lightweight frame. And
And
Palpin invade.
That's 3
Oh.
natties. Palp was technically wasted here. We could get a blank.
But then he
Spends
spends the focus. Oh, man, that is heartbreaking.
So Harpoon missile there, dodged by Quickdraw.
Something that I love that both players are doing, and something that I've been learning to do, is to present how many dice you're rolling before you actually roll them, just so everyone's on the same page and everything's clear.
I do that in anything. I basically count how many I'm going to roll. It's like 3 plus 1, or,
Kylo Suntu. Undefeated, perfect. MLB.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful practice. It's one of those things that you learn, you pick up these best practices, and I recommend everyone do. And it cuts down on those instances where you accidentally roll too many dice, but you get those natties, and you're angry at yourself, but you're also kind of angry at the other person.
You're like, I have to re-roll.
So number 2, now we'll have to run or kind of slam and do all sorts of reloading actions and stuff.
So another thing that I having trouble grasping is when you do get that Harpoon condition, but you're that close to your own ships. Like if I'm Quickdraw, I'm wondering maybe I take the condition and I'll suicide into your guys. I'll range 1 to your Quickdraw, you range 1 me back, and I'll splash damage over on everything.
The problem there is that while that gives you a weapon, it also takes away one of your shields, and those shields, I would rather just save my shield for my extra shot.
So for that entire round, I think we only lost 1 shield total for both teams, and it was just on number 3. Number 2. Sorry, excuse me. So an uneventful turn, except for the triple natties out of Joel.
Those were practice natties.
Yeah. he learned how to roll them.
And I will say he had a focus. I mean, he had a high probability of getting 3 evades there anyway.
Yeah.
The 4th one was questionable because you palp on the 3 dice, not the 1 dice. But yeah.
But I still think that probably just pot-shotting with the 2 dice into Quickdraw is probably the right choice instead of. But the chances of you actually getting another turn of harpoons into him is pretty rare.
So just some quick math here. With Palpatine and a focus, he had on average rolls 2.8 evades on 3 dice.
Oof.
So
the chances are very high that he just evades everything.
right, exactly. And then the 1 dice, if you still have the focus, is a 62% chance to get to get it, and drops to 32,
Yeah.
37% if you don't have it.
So we have number 2 slamming into Quickdraw here.
Just trying to cover some space.
Yep. Trying to save the one that is damaged by 1 shield. Slow rolling with the shuttle, because that's what they do.
And while we wait for our team over here on the map screen to set up, Dion, tell me a little bit about how someone can help support you with our endeavors in the future.
Okay, I want to talk about this move right here. I will definitely share that. So Joel does a 1 hard onto the rock, but because Captain Yor is there, the stress goes to Yor.
Yep. Now he still has to roll for the damage.
Right.
Not sure what Joel was pointing at there, but no damage.
And now he gets his actions. He can't boost
because he can't barrel roll.
But yeah, he has a space to barrel roll.
Does he barrel roll into the?
No, I think you barrel roll out and then boost around. So you just get a pot shot on number 3.
He's debating.
Yeah, there's the barrel roll off the debris. Don't want to hit it again.
He's going to go as far forward as possible. That way, that the boost can hopefully let him clip the arc.
I would like to
back it up a little bit.
I would like to point out how much more engaging this match is compared to Quad Wookiees.
There's a lot going on, a lot of cool triggers. So Captain Yor's ability, for those who might not be familiar with it, is that when another friendly ship at range 1 to 2 would receive a stress token, if you take 2 or fewer stress tokens, you may receive that. So basically, he can hold up to 3 stress tokens at once.
Was that on screen?
That was on screen.
What will they think of next?
What world are we living in?
The future is here.
Yes.
That's where the internet money goes.
I work so hard. I'm trying. So it looks like Inquisitor is not going to have a shot. The arc is a little bit wide, but he's in a great position for next turn to just 1 hard and start pursuing the gunboats. Quickdraw is going to hit that new squadron number 3 really hard this turn. Range 1. He's not taking any shots, so you probably can palp on offense.
God, I cannot. I am so impressed.
Oh wait, that's hold on. That's Nami's Quickdraw.
Yeah. I'm so impressed by Joel's Inquisitor play. He has that Inquisitor in prime position.
But he does have now. He is in a fairly of a dangerous spot here with Nami's Quickdraw. He looks like he's range 2. Definitely going to be hitting some damage in there. Probably going to be saving Palp for that one.
But Quickdraw is doing. I mean, Inquisitor is doing what it's supposed to do, which is bait and fire away from the damage dealer there.
And one thing that does matter here is that Nami has the initiative. As you saw, his Quickdraw moved before Joel's. So Joel has the advantage. He had the bid.
Yeah.
So he was able to delegate that. And when you have a higher pilot skill ship, you especially if you have repositioning, you want to move last. That way you have perfect information, or at least better information, in order to make a decision at that same pilot skill.
9 times out of 10, that is generally the call that you want to take. Most of the time, it's list dependent. So it looks like we're going to take a range 2 shot onto Quickdraw or Inquisitor here.
Okay. Target locking.
Looks like 3 hits, or maybe 2 hits and a crit.
Hit crit into the shuttle.
Palp and evade.
Oh wait, no, this is not into the shuttle. This is
And looks like he nattied out of it.
Nattied, I'm not
with,
sure.
Well, with Palp. So two natties and then probably a focus turned into an evade.
So Palpatine's been used this turn on defense.
Bear looks like range 1, so it looks like we're going to have a double tap this turn.
That was into the Inquisitor. That was Nami's quick draw into the Inquisitor. So here's Joel's
into number 2.
Into number 2. We're doing the front and the back. 2 evades.
Safe. Now he's doing 3 out the bunt.
He's debating the focus. He's going to spend it for 2 hits.
Christian,
2 blanks, so 2 shields.
Yeah, Christian. The other lists are flown by AC Jaeger. He's flying Nim Miranda, the one that made its way from Europe. The infection is spreading. And Mark Murray's running Dash Poe.
So no shot for the Inquisitor as we suspected. So it looks like Yor is going to get a shot in here.
So that new squadron is down to actually have these numbers flipped. That's number 2.
And no damage out of the shuttle.
Harpoon missile.
Ooh, onto the shuttle.
Yep. Palp has been used already.
Yep.
So we're going to spin the lock.
Looks like some paint.
There it
4
is.
hits.
That's such a great harpoon.
That's a focus. We're spending the focus. Takes 3 in the harpoon condition.
Yep.
Because what that does now is it basically you create a penalty for using your ability now.
So we have a second harpoon shot. Looks like not a lot, just 2 hits out of that. Unfortunate.
It's average on 4 dice. You want more. You always hope for more.
Yeah, you always want more. And it looks like a natty evade, so take 1 shield.
What, was that 2 after the target lock too?
Yes.
Oh, no, that's a below average. Should have 3. Correction.
But he does have 2 harpoon conditions now on yours, so it looks like we have a double dead man switch ready to just go off whenever he wants it.
I'm coming for you, Space Cow.
Or this is when you run into the debris and Palp a crit.
Oh, wait. Does that work?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Wait, to trigger harpoon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Suicide
It's just
mode.
whenever you're dealt a face-up damage card.
Wait. No.
Yes.
No,
we
isn't it when
I guarantee you it works.
Isn't it when you suffer? I'm just gonna go read the harpoon condition.
Well, it's, you're suffering an uncanceled crit.
Yeah, this is one of those
But
things
not
that
after
Brent
defending.
qualified informally.
Oh, it's in the packs.
No, it's not in that pack. But it was a hypothetical that was presented to him, and he provided the answer.
All right, I'll take your word.
I promise you it works. I can TO too.
Look at me. Listen to me.
This is my tier. This is my system open now. I'm the captain.
I guess my concern is it does say when you are hit by an attack.
Wait,
Yeah, well, okay, so I may be wrong.
but here, so this is a great point. Is collision detector a may or a must?
If he has collision detector, I'm not entirely sure.
Collision detector. I can take a look. Make it a little bit bigger.
This technology.
No, it's just ignore, so it's a must.
Okay.
Okay, so The
So
point
never
is
mind.
moot.
Ignore me. I'm terrible at this game.
Yeah, hit by an attack. Alrighty. So we're looking at dials for this next turn. Oh, and Peter, you had asked me how can you support our streaming here. So there's two ways you can do it.
Yes.
Number one is through Patreon. Patreon.com/Gold Squadron. Get cool swag, including acrylics by Curl Paul Creatives, and also alternate art cards. A couple bucks an episode per podcast. We release weekly, but we only charge for 2 episodes a month. So basically, two payments a month. And our patrons are the biggest supporters of the podcast.
You're not really even paying for the podcast. You're paying for the.
You're paying for the equipment, but
Yeah,
it's
the swag.
You're paying for the swag, and we you know it's how I can do it. My patrons are awesome, and if any of you guys are listening or watching anywhere around the world, I want to say a huge thank you. And then the other way you can support the channel is through Twitch Prime. So if you have a Amazon Prime account, you can connect your Amazon Prime account to Twitch and get a free Twitch Prime subscription. We currently have custom emojis being processed by Twitch right now, and that's just some cool flair there. But because Amazon Prime owns Twitch, you get one Prime subscription for free a month, and so it costs you nothing. It's just part of your Amazon Prime $99 a year that you pay. And yeah, it's just clicking a button, a couple clicks of a button, and yeah. So I see a couple people asking about the $4 and $5 slots. I will work on opening a couple of those. The issue is that those people get templates, and the templates cost a lot of money. So I have to put some of the Patreon money aside at a time, and buy a bunch of templates from Curl Paul Creatives, and Andrew's just giggling next to me. So that's why I have to open them incrementally. Most people are understanding about that. I just don't want to have too many people waiting at once is the issue. But I think I can open up a couple more slots. I think I can make that happen here after the end of this round.
So it looks like we have Yor going in for a block on Nami's Quickdraw.
I love it. The Yor play is great. I mean, just being able to take up space as a large base ship is a huge thing.
Yep.
He's not just a Palpatine carrier. You use him for blocking, and you make sure you have that gun engaged.
Yep.
As long as possible.
It's really important for Yor to actually be in the fight.
Mm-hmm. So Joel is putting Quickdraw in a spot here where he's going to be able to take a shot at Quickdraw, hoping that he gets a block. And here's an interesting thing. If Quickdraw does a 1 blank, he will also block Quickdraw, and then the shuttle just takes a shot into him in the back.
So with Nami's Quickdraw here, do you just try and sloop around? Or, I mean, let's see. We're about to see what he's going to do.
That's a block.
Trying to do it too hard. Looks like he got the block off. And he may actually move just enough to where he won't have an arc on Inquisitor.
That Inquisitor wants that. Like, he was
Yeah.
risking taking a shot back, but with Palp and focus evade. But they'll check the train track. I'm sure Joel took a look at it, and
ooh, it's going to be really close.
Oh.
Judge. You know what? I'm gonna do another wonder of technology here.
Are you kidding me? Can we zoom?
Yep.
Oh.
What year is it?
Yeah, just give me a second. We'll go zoom.
This is Vassal hacks.
And let's see. Just give me a second, guys. It's gonna do weird things.
And while Dion works on the, excuse me, the zooming technology, a little bit about the meta we've seen. So there have been plenty of scum players, but just none of them made the cut. Due to the huge variance in lists, because we were expecting loads of Harpoon characters and loads of Miranda Nim, but quite frankly, there were only a handful of each of those quote-unquote top meta-type lists.
Sorry about that, guys.
So people were running into very strange creations. It was like a mad laboratory. It almost felt like Naboo from last year. So that could explain why the Time Walker sausages didn't advance as far as some would have hoped.
So we did get one shield off of Quickdraw, or off of Inquisitor from Quickdraw this turn.
Here's Joel.
Dice, spending the focus, so no damage on number 2.
Nice roll.
Or that may be number 1, because I think we need to move the...
Yeah, we got to move the numbers here. Got 2 hits. Palping.
And evade.
Looks like we had
and
enough.
double nannies again.
Is that
Joel's green are on fire.
Yeah.
Is that a chess piece as Palp, or what is that?
No, so I want to say there was, before Imperial Assault, there was like another like little mini collecting thing that you could do for Star Wars figures, and I think that's where he got it from.
Oh, that is a Palp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is Palpatine. Yes.
Oh, okay. So he's not a pawn. Is what you're trying to say?
No, you would put the king out there if you're using chess pieces, right?
I'd mess with that. In fact, I'm going to start doing that, actually, Dio. That's a great idea.
There you go.
So in the other game that we're seeing that's not on screen, we're seeing AC do a lot of EI bombing, basically. And the judge, because of the high stakes, the judge is actually starting to drop the bombs for him, since it looks like he's getting a pretty big cluster mine on both Dash and Poe.
And as you can see in our game here, Nami does have all 3 Harpoon missiles down right now on his news, but he's in a great position right now to regroup and get the Harpoons back. Because with Quickdraw kind of in a weird spot, notice that Quickdraw took no damage.
Yeah.
Nami's Quickdraw took no damage this turn.
Which is really good for Nami.
Yeah, Nami won the trade in this one. He got one shield off the Inquisitor, which I know doesn't sound like much, but I mean that's 25% of his health.
Yes.
So it's
a
big deal.
I think Nami on this turn, I think he's just 3 sloop behind the shuttle.
Does the Inquisitor 4K here? I know there's debris behind the shuttle, but he can.
He can. Honestly, I'd probably. Man, that's a tough call.
There's no Harpoons out there. There's just 2 dice primaries.
With the quarter of his health gone, I'm not entirely sure you would K-turn over here and just take the risk of just rolling that 1/8 chance on a crit.
Where's that sloop on the prototype when you need it, huh?
I know, right? I think Joel here, he just 1 straights and just keeps the channel blocked up, maybe? Because he can't really go that far. I don't think he can fit the 2 straight. Can the 3 straight, is that white on the Lambda shuttle?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. I've never flown it before.
Is the new 2 Harpoon eligible? No, it's not.
No, all the Harpoons are face down. So dials are checked and double checked.
Huh.
2/3 of our time are gone. Let's see, does the 2 hard fit there? Did it go over the rock?
The mental chess going on is a bit beyond my level right now, because I can see Nami has.
Oh, he takes 1 on there. Takes a shield.
Nami's got some kind of plan, but those news just feel so spread out. It almost looks like he's trying to circle around the Lambda right now.
Well, he's trying to remake that fan that he has here. He has he's in a position now. He has to take 1 more turn to reload, which is what number 2 is doing. He's taking a turn off. So I'm going to reload. I'm going to get my missile back.
So, Dion, do you think reforming the fan is as valuable as trying to get all 3 of them just firing primaries at the shuttle from behind?
I think so.
Yeah, you need those 4 dice attacks.
Yeah.
To
Oh,
do
it
the
looks like
damage.
he's going to slam instead of reloading, so it looks like he's trying to get back up into formation here.
It's like, all right, guys, let's. Because I mean, that's dangerous. And you have all those fans. When you start taking away your opponent's choices with their opposing ships, if you just wipe something with 12 dice in a round, that could be big.
I guess I view the cow as on a rage timer, because it's gonna turn around eventually, and even if it is a fan, that shuttle is going to fire before he gets harpooned next.
True.
Right?
Yeah. Because your is PS4. And the other thing we have to remember is that Nami has long-range scanners on those new squadrons, so he has to create some distance in order to get those target locks off. It's going to take a couple turns to reset. Here is the 4K from the Inquisitor.
And
Joe Goldstorm.
we called it.
I have no fear. Take this. As long as he doesn't throw that crit.
Now the question is here, because it's hard to tell with the shuttle blocking the view here. So he's taking the stress, taking the third stress on the Inquisitor. So yours now maxed out. So going modless again.
12% chance. It's fine.
Nope. Yep. Still good. Looked like a focus.
I'm just a little worried about the position of the Inquisitor, because the thing is going to, if it shoots at that Palp, it could be causing its own harm.
Yeah.
Unless you Palp to a hit and make your crit a hit.
Well, now the shuttle is in a fairly dangerous spot. Especially with the Inquisitor so close. If he just gets one crit through, the Inquisitor is going to be down to one hull.
Yeah.
This is true. This is true. So this back shot from the quick draw could be bad.
Yeah, it could be very dangerous for Joel here.
So that's why I was a little iffy on that 4K. I just hope Joel remembers that those harpoon conditions hit him as well.
He rolls a crit. He takes the damage. He's going to get 2 shots on the shuttle
here. This is
here.
the second time in 2 games that he's done this.
Here it goes.
I think he's going into the shuttle here.
Oh!
All blanks.
Fire.
But he's moving that.
Yay, I get a target lock.
Well, be careful what you wish for, because that crit comes through.
Man, that could have been incredibly bad.
2 opportunities to get a crit. That's basically what you're digging for right now. So let's take that shield off of quick draw.
Or quick draw, yeah. There's too many Qs.
Quack, 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 quack. I did my my speaking exercises before this. You got your red leather, yellow leather.
Watermelon.
Yep, watermelon. You have red bug's blood, black bug's blood. That one's tough. Try that at home. Red bug's blood, black bug's blood.
Ugh.
Alrighty. So Joel's quick draw getting into a firing position. So it looks like quick draw and Inquisitor will have a shot on Nami's quick draw.
All right, so Nami going into the shuttle. I think we see a crit.
I see with that. There's a hit crit. So
there's nothing he can do.
But this also means that Nami's in range 1 too.
Yeah.
So no evades. He didn't Palp. So both harpoons are going to go off.
Oh, man.
So
that is.
So 2 cards onto the shuttle. Definitely range 1. Is it range 1 of his Joel's quick draw as well?
Yep. Shields are gone off of Nami's quick draw.
So
Logan, we'll get to that question in a second, and I'll let Andrew respond. But
so the cards go down first. He still suffers the damage.
Yeah, he still suffers the actual damage. I will go over there and check.
Right, yeah. So we got 2 crits. We know that you're sitting at 1.
Ooh, Dion, that's some turn of events.
Yep. mean, he gave himself two opportunities. The first one didn't work out. The second one did. Inquisitor now. So Inquisitor's at 1 hull, right?
Yes. And that was a loose stabilizer crit and a console fire crit.
Okay, the console fire could come into play because there's no way for Yor to flip that down.
No, console fire you can action it off, but he has 3 stress.
He has 3 stress, so I practically can't.
Yeah.
Yor's like, somebody take mine, somebody take mine. And was it range 1 to quick to?
It was not range 1 to Joel's quick draw, so he did not take any damage.
And you know what? I think Nami's okay with this because that means that he's not going to get an extra shot.
Yeah.
Joel's quick draw wouldn't get an extra shot.
So it looks like they are measuring range from quick draw to quick draw.
Oh, the judge needs a judge. The judge bumped it. It's the word. That feels bad when you're in charge and you're supposed.
As in you bump it.
Yeah.
It's like no, now we'll never know.
You were supposed to hold the ships.
You were the chosen one.
Yeah, that auto damage on Inquisitor is a big deal.
Yeah, that's really scary, especially with 3 harpoons or 3 harpoon boats still left on the board, and shuttle down to 1 hull, quick draw down, or Inquisitor down to 1 hull, and quick draw still at full.
Yeah, I mean, so the news next turn will be reloading, no doubt.
It's like 2 damage from quick draw and 1 natty, so take it a crit.
Yeah. Blinded Pilot. Okay. So quick draw. Nami's quick draw. Blind. And this Nami's quick draw is at 2 hull now. Fix that.
Now for the next turn, if
I think quick draw just died.
looks like it. Yep.
So, you know what though? With that harpoon triggering, you could theoretically, like in reality, quick draw just dealt like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage that turn. did quick draw do her job in this?
Oh yeah,
in
no,
the
she
game, right?
burned bright. She burned fast.
I'm taking you down with me. I mean, I think she perfectly envisioned, like, I don't know if you've seen the Gold Squadron podcast, Quick Draw art, where she's just like angry as hell. That's what she just did. And then she dies.
So with this now, I mean, do you just palp to make sure that Inquisitor lives whenever he goes off the rock this next turn?
I think you have to.
I mean, you pretty much have to. You can't take that chance.
We saw that happen twice yesterday with Travis and Rich Sue. It's not a good thing to be part of.
Yeah, it's not a fun time.
So Council Fire on Captain Yor.
Yep.
Inquisitor sitting on 1. Joel's quick draw is full, so he still has his opportunity to burn bright. It hasn't happened yet.
Yep.
These news want to take some ships off the table here pretty soon. Yeah, crit token out there.
I think we need to. I don't know. He's up to date.
He's at 1, right?
Yeah,
I fixed it. They're on the we're on the delay.
Yeah, we're delayed. Yeah.
So,
So Logan the Bard was asking about the target locks that Nami was using. Those are one of the new crate target locks with the United States as the blue one and Canada as the pink one.
Those are going to be for the Crit Cup.
Yeah, and remind me, Andrew, who made those?
Curlpaw Creatives.
so looking at the missiles here, new squadron number 1 did reload. So we have one missile in the tank.
And then the other 2 still need to reload.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is going to be the turn to do it. I think right now, honestly, you probably won straight with number 3. You won bank with number 2. It looks like, and you keep them as far away from everything as they can, so they can turn in next turn and just plaster something.
Inquisitor needs to be a little bit cagey here. Only has one. Needs to make sure that she's staying out of arcs, staying at range 3, utilizing auto thrusters, focus evade, and Palpatine.
Yeah, this is a very highly swung game right now. Joel's a bit on the ropes here because the
just
chances
so
of
tight right now. It's so tight between these two.
The chances of your surviving to ever get a shot off or take more stress is going to be pretty challenging with the console fire, especially with Quickdraw down to 1 hull. So you're probably going to want to palp a blank on Inquisitor whenever he goes off that next debris. If he's touching it, it's hard to tell with the shuttle in the way.
So here we go. Nami is doing the 2-turn.
Yep.
Looks like he reloaded.
We heard him
with
from
number
here.
3.
He yelled it, reload. And reloading. So we have all the missiles back.
So the chances of you removing a boat before it shoots, you still get 2 more coming right back at you. Yor probably won't see the day to take another harpoon, so that means it's probably going to go straight into Inquisitor, or maybe Quickdraw. I don't know.
So here's Yor's got to decide what he wants to do. So it looks like Joel's playing it a little bit safe.
He's just trying to clear stress at this point.
Get stress out. Okay, so it doesn't look like Inquisitor is going to hit that debris coming off. So that means that he probably will palp to keep the console fire from going off.
Hopefully. If he remembers.
Yeah.
That's the question. Sometimes you get excited. You're in the heat of battle. Here's a 1 bank from the Inquisitor. He's going to be able to clear his stress. Probably what? Maybe doing a boost. I mean, not a boost. A barrel roll to his right.
Yeah, this is
left.
probably when you. I think he's checking which ones all have harpoons on them, or probably damage here too.
Yep. The thing with those harpoon missiles, Nami next turn needs to target lock. He'll be able to turn all of them in and get some arcs on there. The number 2 and number 1 will be in at a 45-degree angle. Number 3 can just turn at a 90.
So boosting in, probably going to grab that target lock.
Now the fun part about this Inquisitor placement is it's basically not going to be shot for 2 rounds now, while maintaining its arc on at least 2 ships.
With Inquisitor pretty much free to do whatever he needs to do now, the chances of the boats ever seeing Inquisitor again are very slim.
Let's take a look at the game.
Inquisitor going over the debris. Yours probably taking that stress.
And just a reminder to everybody that all the top 8 players will be getting an invite to Coruscant, but only the winner gets their way paid. So we'll see all these players back already. And the plan is that we should be streaming from the Coruscant Open. I haven't technically had permission, but I'm gonna work to make it happen because that's what I do.
So yeah, looks like he palped the evade for the shuttle to make sure that he did not die from console fire this turn. That's probably the best way to do it.
Yep. I mean, it helps you keep Palpatine alive.
Yeah.
Keeps points on the board. And helps your stress mechanic stay alive.
Yep.
Yeah, Nami's got to worry about. He's either got to commit to killing Quickdraw now or commit to killing this shuttle and one or the other quickly because he's got 20 minutes left.
Hit crit into number 2. There's a crit in there. Major explosion into
crit. Looks like a direct hit. Probably no, not a direct hit.
Major explosion, damage cockpit.
Okay.
Okay. So that matters for movement wise.
Yeah,
so
it was a major
2.
explosion into a damaged cockpit.
Yeah, that damage cockpit makes you a PS 0.
That's massive. And not in part. It's great in terms of offense for Nami, but it's not amazing because you got to remember Nami is long-range scanners.
Right. So next turn, honestly, Nami's probably, Joel is probably just looking to kill number 2 and take that harpoon off the table.
Yep. Because we still have
still got 20 minutes left in the round.
20 minutes, and the other 2 are living very healthy.
Yep. Does Nami here choose to just get out of dodge with number 2 and maybe try to chase down the shuttle?
Honestly, I think what you do here, because the shuttle, he's going to have to use Palp every turn for the next 3 turns guaranteed to make sure that the shuttle doesn't die.
Right.
I think this is the turn that you too hard number 3, you probably too hard number 2, and I guess and you try and grab a target lock on Quickdraw. I think this is the turn that you try and strip all the shields.
Yeah, remember, Quickdraw can't PS kill the Nu 2 now. So the Nu 2 is more than likely going to get its harpoon off.
Yeah. Well, he only has 2 health left, so the chances of it actually surviving are quite low.
Ah, yes. Just clicking a bunch of things. I gotta take out his health.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's only at 2.
The other thing is, too, if you can get, if Inquisitor and Quickdraw are still kind of close to each other and you can get a harpoon condition to actually pop off, then you just kill the Inquisitor outright for auto damage.
That's true. And just a rules clarification, if you shoot a harpoon at the Inquisitor, he dies before the harpoon condition triggers. So there is no extra splash damage if you are killed
Correct.
By a harpoon missile and you do not have a condition already. So Nami's got to take into account the fact that his number 2 does have to move first. Joel has to manage stress.
And AC Jaeger just won against his match against, I believe that was Mark Murray.
Yeah, it looks like it was a close one.
So Dash Nim,
Miranda
Nim is in the final.
And that was
it was 100-0. Wow.
AC here with another 100-0. I think he's.
Yep.
I think he's 47 points off of a perfect record here for AC Jaeger. That is.
He's lost 1 ship.
Yeah.
Like all day or all like
the whole tournament.
The whole tournament.
He's lost 1 ship.
Mexico City in the house. Squad 201.
So there's the 3 hard. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get a target lock off with number 2.
I think you slam. I think you try to just gunk up the works.
Yep.
3 blank slam. And say, I want to be your problem child.
And it looked like he.
There it is.
It looked like he target locked the shuttle with number 3. So it looks like he's just planning on popping the shuttle off the board this turn.
The 3 turn gets around the rock.
Yep. And I think this is where you target lock the quick draw here. Or no, he's going for.
He was trying to get Inquisitor.
Trying to get Inquisitor, but a little bit too close.
Like he had to do the 3 turn in order to get around the rock.
Yeah.
The two turn would have given him range 3.
Yep.
But it's too close.
And
to,
it would have landed on the rock.
It would have been the rock, and then you can't shoot anyway.
Yep.
That should be a 1 bank coming up.
Yeah, probably. Yep, one bank trying to get the shuttle back into the thing, and I'm not entirely sure if you would even Palp and evade on this turn, or Palp the blank for a console fire.
Well, here's the thing: if you Palp the blank for console fire, you get Nami to waste his harpoon missile.
That is true.
To kill the shuttle. So
I think that's probably the right call then. I'm not used to playing with Palp.
Yeah. You use Palp to force the missile, unless Nami gets cute and he's like, wait, I have 2 dice target lock. Let's risk this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
Well, because if he spends Palp, he doesn't have any mods. 2 dice with a target lock. I mean, you may be able to pull it off.
1.5 hits depends on how that half rolls.
Yep.
And also, depending on what else happens in combat, might inform that decision. Because if he feels like I have to keep this harpoon missile for quick draw, or the Inquisitor, then you take that calculated risk.
Yeah.
All right, with the moves that Joel did, I really like Nami's positioning right now because.
Yeah, the slam was a good choice. Trying to keep number 2 alive as long as possible, but with quick draw's back arc, it's going to be pretty tough, I think.
Yeah. The boost won't get anything in arc here. It'll just set you up for next turn. Gives you an arc dodge, though. So I'm curious to see what quick draw does here.
It makes
Looks
sense.
like a 4 straight. No, too
Too
hard.
hard. That might get the block.
Ooh,
it's
I
close.
don't think so. Looks like
It's either a block or a dream shot, front back.
I think at that point you actually barrel roll in, because he's already got the focus from advanced optics. Looks like he barely clears.
That's gonna make it. Wow.
Looks barely not range 1. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell from our perspective sometimes.
Yep. And if just gonna say this one more time, guys, if you can share the links here, we're gonna be having we have 14 minutes left in this round, and then we have our final for the San Antonio System Open. So we want to make sure many people are watching this. We're gonna have AC Jaeger flying his Nim Miranda build. He's only lost 1 ship. He's lost 1 ship this whole tournament. And I know that people are like, oh, Nim Miranda. But I'll tell you, this guy isn't just some random person playing Nim Miranda.
He's a master.
He is dominating. You want to learn how to play or how to play again. You want to study this list? Next game and the other 2 games that we had him on, we need to watch and study these because we're going to see this list and we got to beat it. So this is our opportunity. Use it. Use it.
So it looks like the barrel roll may have just put him out of arc. I'm not entirely sure now.
You need a teacher. Sorry, I needed to get that out. All right. So here we go. Going out the
3
front.
out the front. So double blanks, 2 shields.
2 shields and number 1.
And 3 out the back. Ooh, lots of paint.
That's going to be enough.
And yeah, that's definitely it.
I get a little nervous here.
Yeah, so I think if the shuttle goes down this turn, I don't even really think that there's much that Nami can do now with Inquisitor getting behind and Quickdraw still at full health.
So
that's 4 dice. He's using them. And I think he's got to, right?
Yeah, doing the harpoon, guaranteed.
I forgot to roll console fire, so he's palping that console fire.
Okay.
that's what we assumed, yeah.
Yeah.
So 4 hits, Yor goes down.
Yeah,
So here,
nothing that could be done
I'm
there.
curious, Nami, when you watch this again, I want to know if you even consider doing just 2 dice. Because now we know that the console fire got palped.
Yep.
Man, right? Because if he has the harpoon next turn, he turns in.
Yep.
I mean, the damage on Yor it doesn't matter now. He's just dead.
Yeah, I think, I mean, just to guarantee to get points, get Palp off the board.
True.
I think that's still probably the right call. And so pretty much Nami's going to 3 bank slam, I don't think you take the shot here on quick draw. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm with that new 3. I may 3 bank, take a target lock, and eat the damage because he needs to get the target lock. He needs the missile.
And then 3 bank and 3 bank slam away the next turn.
So Nami's going to have to play this patiently. He still has 1 shield on number 1, 2 shields on number 2. So he has some health. The question here is, does Nami want to shoot number 1 into quick draw? And it looks like he's elected not to shoot.
It's probably a good choice.
Yeah.
I think now instead of any kind of damage, I think you slam away. Then the next turn you go ahead and grab your target lock, reload, and hopefully come back. But with 10 minutes left, it's going to be tough. Now, if he can delete
reload
either of ship off the board, then he's going to have it.
We got reload back on, or the harpoon back on number 3.
Oh, slamming behind.
I like it. Unless the Inquisitor did a
1 hard.
Right. Oh, if the Inquisitor did either 1 hard to the right or a K turn, there's no way to catch him.
Yep. 1 bank.
Okay, so he'll hit. The arc doesn't matter. We have weapons disabled on after the slam.
Yep.
So
and even with 10 minutes left, with a full health quick draw, this is actually still one heck of a game.
oh, this is
It can go swing any way right now.
because we only need to get 1 hit into the Inquisitor. Palpatine is gone. The
Yep.
evade action is great, but you still have to rely on the dice to throw you some symbols.
Yep.
If Nami can get the Inquisitor off the board and still have 2 boats, Nami's in the winning position. The quick draw is worth 36 points. Each boat's worth 22.
Yep.
So if he has 2 left, that's 44 over 36.
Yeah. A very swung match, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone back and forth probably about 3 times now for both players. It's definitely a really strong semifinal for the System Open. Looks like he's taking a shield.
Taking 2
2
more.
shields.
New number 1 is hiding behind the overlay there. I'll give you guys a quick peek so you can see his positioning compared to the board. There it is right there. And number 3 has his shields gone. So it looks like Nami might be taking a turn off here. Yep.
Yep.
3 slam. He needs to reacquire the target lock, and he's faster than quick draw. So he's just going to try to get Inquisitor.
Yep. So doing the 2 hard, interesting. So he did reload last turn, and he will get a pot shot off this turn as long as he stays in arc.
All missiles are active. Joel here.
Yeah, and there's with the 1 hard. Standard Inquisitor move of running away.
And then just get behind you.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think there was really much that Nami could have done there besides maybe just doing a 1 bank to try and guarantee they'd have a shot.
Mm-hmm. So I think the plan here is to take the top new, number 3, okay, the one on the top of the table, and you try your hardest to try to bring it around and see if you can do a pincer maneuver onto quick draw. I mean, onto either quick draw or Inquisitor, whatever his target's going to be.
But with him not slamming out here, I think that's an interesting choice. Looks like a range 3 onto number 3.
Okay.
It looks like 2 hits and a crit, and a lot of damage coming through. Hit crit, direct hit, it looks like. So maybe 1 health left, waiting for confirmation. Yes, it was a direct hit.
So he's left with 2 hull on that.
I think 1 hull.
1 hull. Oh,
Yeah.
it was hit crit. Yep.
Yeah.
So he's left with 1. So it seems like this game is definitely swinging into Joel's flavor. Yes, his flavor. What is? You have to ask Joel later. What is his flavor? That's strange. We're gonna move on. So here we go. Here is Nami. He's flipping around. He's maybe hoping that Quickdraw tried to pursue him through this rock formation here, assuming that he would try to go up and around. If Joel calls it, though, this boat is dead.
Yeah. I think the safe move with for Joel here with Quickdraw is honestly just to do a 2 straight and barrel roll to catch.
Now, Nami's had a little practice with dropping speed dials from last round. And obviously, he knows how to go quick like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you know, and Joel's doing the same thing. They're playing out to the fullest extent here. They're not slow playing by any means.
The barrel roll and boost would get. Okay, he's gonna do boost first.
Yep.
That works. Works well.
Then,
Gets him into arc.
Yep. Yeah, Inquisitor is just one of those ships that can just. He's such a good knife fighter.
Yep. So yeah, new number 1 there is going to be taking a range 1 shot because of the Inquisitor's ability.
Ooh, he did go for the chase.
Okay.
Looks like no shot. Well, he may be able to barrel roll into arc here. It'll be close. I don't think so though.
Yeah, it's close. You try. You
try
hope.
it anyways. Yeah.
Nope, that's going to
Nope.
be no shot.
Yeah. So that'll probably mean a sloop next turn for Joel.
So here's the Inquisitor.
Spending that lock.
Looks like 2 hits.
And
Gets
1
an evade.
1 shield. Again, even with the boats in a pretty awkward spot here, if you can you do a 3 bank, grab a target lock on Inquisitor, make him run for it.
1 minute left.
No, 4 minutes left for us.
Sorry, that was somebody else. It's like, wait, 1 minute. Our
think
clock
that was
isn't
like
that
Finger
off.
Bay
I
or
know
something.
our clock is slightly fast, but not that wrong. Okay. So here we go. 3 bank.
Yep, going for the target lock.
Yep. You gotta hope.
But the Nami's win condition here is to have both boats alive.
Yep. You gotta kill 1 ship at a time.
Yep. Yeah. It's gonna be a tough.
Yeah, that 1 hull Inquisitor. Oh, it just really makes me wish at round 6 or 4 he had come up through the middle behind that Lambda.
Yep, and you know, I know a lot of people think harpoons are really strong. Here's an instance where you have to see the setup by the person, and here is a disadvantage when it comes to gunboats, is because they don't have a K-turn, and they have to reload missiles. I mean, it takes a long time to re-engage.
They have about a 5-turn cycle.
Yeah.
To really get guns on in a meaningful way. So yep, there's the sloop. It's gonna be like a range 3 shot.
Range 3 shot. It's modified because of and
fire control system
and
advanced
optics.
optics. Yep.
That's going to end up being.
And that's going to be
Ooh.
pretty much it. He's got to roll natties out of this. And see paint,
But
but so close. Probably.
I think
looks
that's
like,
evade, focus.
Yeah, he took 1 extra damage, but double evades. Man.
Oh,
And
So I think that's the game right there.
Pretty sure
yeah,
that is
and
the game.
Joel, wonderful. Jill did a great representation of how Palp aces are supposed to work.
Yep.
That's a clinic.
All right, they're
And Nami,
calling it
yeah,
there.
They're calling it. Nami,
Great match.
great sportsman. Nami is. obviously a little disappointed, but not showing it at all. It looks like he's very experienced, correct, congratulating Joel. And now Joel becomes the great American hope.
So now Joel moves
America
on to
Mexico versus
to the
Mexico.
final.
Let's not bill it that way. Yeah.
Actually, speaking of which, Andrew, there was an issue with there was a linguistic issue with judging yesterday, and Dion actually went and played translator. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, so Joel is now 14-0 for this entire system open. He won out on
Come in
Friday.
closer, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Come in a little closer. So, yeah, just real quick, I want to remind you, this is Andrew Knuckles right there. This is the curled Paul guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big acrylic.
Big acrylic, and he's a sponsor for. He did our top 8, our top 4, and now our final. So we'll have that in a couple minutes. They got to get reset up for the top table. This is going to be Joel Killingsworth versus AC Jaeger, Rebels versus Imperials. And I just wanted to take a moment and show you guys some of the really cool stuff that Andrew has. He's got different token sets. You see the shields and evades, focus. See, that's like a whole set that comes together. You have the acrylic dial covers, which allow you to see through and see the numbers, and they're just the styling is really cool.
Andrew won't tell you this because he's too nice.
Right.
But those token covers, they don't wiggle around like the ones we use, the official FFG one. So they don't wiggle around, so there's no fidgeting that could possibly occur.
And the condition tokens, because I know I've lost my cardboard ones already.
Yeah.
So get yourself some acrylic ones. They're plastic. It's less hard to lose.